I'm going to leave the rest to talk about for Saturday because that's the day that it's exact. So Thursday, April 18th. Now here's something interesting. On April 18th, Chiron reaches its retrograde shadow point. So as it passes the shadow point, Chiron will continue to move along and will eventually station retrograde and come back to this point. And so all we want to do is check in on this day, on Thursday, and go, what is being activated about my wound within, about the place of tenderness within, and also about my mentorship. We're all being asked to step into a bit more of mentorship right now with Chiron and Aries, and to step more into who we are, who we know ourselves to be. On Thursday, the sun is also at 29 degrees of Aries, which is like the karmic completion degree for Aries energy, which is knowing who you are and owning it. 29 degrees of Aries doesn't mess around and go like, oh, I wonder, like waffling about it. It's like, this is who I am. This is what I have to say. This 29-degree Aries spot was where we had an eclipse in April of 2023. So you might want to revisit the spring last year and see what you were feeling called towards. And this is really where we can enter a new healing journey, because don't we all need more of that? But it does feel like there's a new healing journey coming in that is going to continue to spiral us up into the better knowing of who we are. And so paying attention on Thursday for messages around that, around really remembering like, God, I'm really here to do this thing, or this is what I'm really good at. And noting that about yourself and being strong and brave and asking questions all through this month about what it is that you know you're here to do. What were you born for? And put up a reel this last week with, you know, that quote that there's 2 days in your life, the day you were born and the day you find out why. And I think that we do live in a time that's quite hard to find out the exact why, right? Because there can be many things. Like, we're all here for love. We're here to be human, to feel our feelings. We're here for all these like universal whys of being human and choosing this human experience. But we also each have something individually within us that does want, that yearns to be seen by the world. Is it one thing only? For a lot of us, probably not. We are living in a more diverse time. But I do believe that there is something deep inside of you, a seed that you know about, that is deeply in your instinctual nature. And you're here to bring that out into the world. So Thursday activates that. Friday at 7 a.m. in the morning, we finally have the sun move into Taurus. It's Taurus season. And I feel like there might be some relief from this, because the sun being in Aries, it's strong there. It was happy there, but like, yeah, it had a lot going on during that time. So the sun entering Taurus feels like it brings some, yeah, just new beginning, right? As all sun seasons do, as we turn the tide into Taurus season. And on this day, there's a couple other helpful things happening. So Mercury is conjunct Venus in the sky, Mercury and Venus here, and Mars is sextiling Jupiter and Uranus from over here in Pisces. So there definitely feels like there is an energy of like, did we just become best friends? You know, it's like being able to go a bit deeper with people, being able to be more intimate. Maybe the sun in Taurus is slower, more grounded, if you will. There is nature of Taurus being the yin temple of Venus, the more internal temple of Venus. And to me, Taurus energy is just delicious, literally, like you eat it. Taurus is good food. Taurus is sourcing from the best. You know, whenever my fridge is full of like raw milk and spring water and homemade cheeses from the farms around here, and bone broth that I made from farms around here, and, you know, just good food. And there's like herbs that I grew and dried, and I'm making my own tea. Like, I'm just like, yeah, this is Taurus energy. You know, it's like, I'm wealthy. Like, I ain't got no money, but I'm wealthy. and And there is an inner wealth that comes through Taurus energy, and often an outer wealth too, I will say that. And so really tuning in with the sun moving into Taurus and this big conjunction about to happen, where are you so freaking wealthy? And where are you calling in more financial freedom and more inner or outer wealth? Is it wealth of connection? You know, of course, again, this will have to do with where Taurus is in your chart. Is it wealth of intimacy? You know, you don't, yeah, with Taurus, it's like you don't need a lot. You don't need to have like 10, things. It's just like being able to really be grateful for what it is that you have. And so Friday does feel like it's a really nice little time. Mercury in conjunct Venus too. Every time I read a chart for people who have this natally, I'm always like, did you marry your best friend? Did you, do you have like longtime companions, that you are with? Like there is a friendly energy between those two. It just is companionship, so it's Friday would be a great day to hang out with your people and just be congenial. Is that the right word? I don't really know. Anyways, okay, so then the moment that we've been waiting for, Saturday, April 20th arrives. It, again, might not even be like that this is the day that the thing happens, but poof, it's a brand new cycle that we are on. Jupiter and Uranus come together in the sky, eyes to the sky, baby. There could be spaceships, could be aliens, new foundations, decentralization, food security scares, farmer strikes, earthquakes, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, this is big. It's big. The last time that these two were together was June 2010. Okay, and here's the thing is that sometimes these planets have three conjunctions because they retrograde and then they like hang out again. And that happened the last time they were together. And sometimes they just got one and it's hot and it's, steamy and then it goes. And to be honest, when we just have one, sometimes it can be a bigger impact. Doesn't always work out that way, but the last time these two came together was June 2010. They met at 0 Aries. And then by September, they met again because they both retrograded into 28 Pisces. And then January 2011, they came forward a little bit. And again, 28, 29 Pisces, they were conjunct. So they were conjunct 3 times in 2010, 2011. And something dramatic changed in your life. I'm sure of it. My life completely changed. I broke up with my then boyfriend. I moved home and I started working online. And Jupiter Uranus is like expanding technology, new innovations, different ways of going about what it is that we're meant to do. And of course, Pisces is in my house of work. So it makes sense that that happened for me. What happened for you? Where is Aries Pisces threshold in your chart? Think back to 2010, 2011. What were you doing? And if nothing else, this might show you the impact that this time period may have on you. I mean, for me, literally everything changed because I started working online, and a couple of years later, then I moved out to Kelowna. But like my daily life just fully shifted. And Pisces is my 6th house, which is my daily life. So I'm really intrigued to share the stories below in the Mighty Networks. If you can remember 2010, 2011, share, share, share. It is the most helpful thing when we hear all your voices. It is how astrology works. It is how we learn, is through hearing real lived experience. And, Jupiter Uranus can also bring a lot of disruption. There's just massive opportunities. I think a year from now, I might be sending this to you in a very different technology way. It might not be Zoom anymore, or like however you're getting this. There's just a lot of inevitable change on the horizon. Now, here's the thing is this conjunction is happening at 2148 Taurus. And Taurus is not really well known for wanting change. Taurus is not really well known for wanting change. 2149 Taurus, sorry. And so I do think this one might feel a little bit more shaky ground, because Uranus is literally like that earthquake energy in the earth.